There's something wrong with Monsters Inc. And I'm not talking about the monsters. I'm talking about what they believe in. We're told that human children are toxic, that touching one could kill a monster, and everybody believes that. But then Boo arrives, and she touches Sully, she touches Mike, she spends days around all these monsters, but nobody dies. So what if the monsters were never actually in danger? No, 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 no. What if the most important thing in Monsters Inc. was the lie they were all taught to believe? Because before we meet Boo, the movie teaches us something. That children are dangerous, children are toxic, that we need to stay away from them. And this isn't just a rumor, it's everywhere. Protective equipment, emergencies, procedures, the CDA, an entire system built around children, and nobody questions it. Nobody asks who started this. They just accept it. But there's something else, something really, really important, and it's that the monsters need screams, but specifically the screams of the children. It powers their cities. So think about this. Fear isn't just something the monsters feel, it's a resource. The more afraid a child becomes, the more energy the monsters get, and that means the entire system has a reason to keep the children afraid. And then everything changes. Boo arrives, and she's not supposed to be there. And Sully's terrified because he believes the rule. And then Boo touches him and nothing happens. She hugs him, and nothing happens. She gets close to Mike, and nothing happens. And suddenly the rules don't make sense anymore. And Sully realizes something. Boo isn't toxic. Now think about that discovery. It's a massive discovery for him. Because this isn't just this kid isn't harmless. It's that everything I was taught to believe is wrong. And that's where Water Moose becomes interesting. Water Moose knows the company is failing. That the Scream supply is dropping. Monsters Inc. is running out of options. And Randall has an idea. The Scream Extractor. A machine that can take a child's scream without needing to scare them. And Water Moose is willing to use it. But why? Because the company has to survive. But this is where I started wondering something. If Water Moose truly believes children are toxic, why is he willing to bring one into Monsteropolis? Why risk it? Why experiment on them? Why go this far unless the danger isn't the child? It's what the child proves. Because Boo isn't just a little girl. She's evidence. She proves humans aren't automatically dangerous, and then she proves something even bigger. Laughter works. And it's better than screams. Suddenly the entire scream industry looks unnecessary. But here's my theory. I don't think Water Moose necessarily invented the lie. I think something worse happened. The belief existed for so long that nobody remembered to question it. Generation after generation was taught the same thing. Humans are dangerous. Humans are toxic. Stay away. And eventually, it became true. Simply because everybody believed it. And this is where Monsters Inc. gets dark. If children aren't actually dangerous, then Monsteropolis has spent generations terrifying them. For no reason. Monsters scare children because they're afraid of children. Children fear monsters because monster scares them. Two worlds, both afraid of each other, neither one understanding the other, and then slowly breaks the cycle. He doesn't scare Boo. He doesn't use her. He protects her. He takes her in, and eventually he sends her home. The monster was never her enemy, and maybe the child was never his. But there's one question I can't get it out of my head, and I spent days and days trying to find the answer. If Water Moose didn't create the belief, then who did? Who was the first monster to decide children were toxic, and why? Because if monsters have believed this for generations, somebody had to start it. And maybe the scariest thing about Monsters Inc. isn't that monsters are real. Maybe it's that they were taught what to fear.